I'm Damn Kids, aka Stefan Deschen. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
What made you want to start making music?
When I was younger, I was super into skateboarding, and then I guess when I got into my mid-teens, I kind of realized I wasn't gonna go anywhere with skateboarding. Like, it was one of those crushing moments where I was like, I'm not that good at this. At that sort of time, I sort of started really listening to music. Like, I always sort of liked music, but then I started really becoming a music head and really started getting addicted to finding new music. And then after buying a guitar and buying a bass and trying to start bands, it just never worked, and I was awful. I just refused to get lessons, wanted to teach myself, and it just didn't work. So then after trying to do that for a few years, I just bought a laptop and bought some software and then started making music, and working on a computer just made it so much easier for me to make music, and then it just kind of took off from there. I started getting into electronic music, and then it just really took off.
You have a lot of support from a lot of different artists. Chris Lake said you're the Richie Houghton of trap music. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You also received a lot of support from artists like Craze, Flinch, AC Slater, Steve Aoki.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have so much support at such a young age?
It's pretty crazy, considering a lot of those dudes are dudes I've looked up to for so long, and just even when I got the first feedback from Craze was one of the first dudes who hit me up. I was so excited. It was just so awesome to finally have someone who I really respected playing my music and actually really liking my stuff. So it was kind of a surreal feeling. It was really awesome.
Beyond trap, what other kind of genres do you like to make?
I'll dabble in pretty much whatever. Right now, I'm just having fun at trap because it's just so fun to finally be able to put out hip hop beats that I've been making forever. Because before I wouldn't really give them to anyone because it didn't make sense. But yeah, I make a lot of deeper kind of house stuff, tech house. I've dabbled in dubstep, Moonbaton, pretty much everything. There's no limits as to what I'll make. I really try to make sure I'm not pigeonholing myself into any specific genre. I'm willing to try anything besides maybe trance.
Yeah. Good choice. I like that. So I'm going to be playing your last mix ever tonight on my show. What's the story behind that title?
My manager wanted me to do a mix, and I'm not a fan of doing mixes just because they're so tedious to put together. Once they're out, it's super fun to show people new music, but just sitting down and doing a mix for me is just not something I want to do. So then I just came up with the idea. I'm this is my last mix, and he's just call it that. I was that's a bad idea, actually.
Your last mix ever. So is it really your last mix ever?
As much as I want it to be, probably not.
Do you have any new tracks or EPs coming out soon?
Yeah, I'm doing a 3-track EP on Provoke, a label out of Toronto I do a lot of work with. I'm finishing up another EP for Trouble and Bass, my second EP for those guys. And then I have a bunch of other stuff I'm just kind of mixing and just fine-tuning, and then I'm going to see where I can get that out on.
Do you have any advice for new producers who are just starting out?
My biggest advice, because everyone always says just keep trying, blah blah blah, but the biggest advice I could give to the producers, stuff that I see all the time, is don't post stuff unless until you really think it's finished. Because if you just keep spamming people with demos, here's the demo, people after the second version, they're gonna be okay, I don't really care. You want to be sending people the best of your stuff, which is that's one of the really good pieces of advice I got when I was producing. And then just try not to emulate people too much. Kind of do your own thing. And I think that's what people really pick up on, is guys who are kind of doing stuff that is a little different and a little bit more unique. That has helped me get a lot of support, and a lot of people that I respect who've gotten really big got big because they have a unique sound. So yeah, try building your own kind of sound and honing your skills, and just really building a brand with your music, I guess, that when your song comes on, you're damn, it's that guy.
That's good advice. Quality over quantity is so important.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're performing at Avalon this Friday for Control,
Yeah.
Are you excited for that?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. It's my first U.S. show, and it's definitely not a bad look. It'll be fun to play with Borgor again, and Kennedy Jones and OK. Those guys are awesome, so it should be a pretty insane show. If anyone asked me 2 weeks ago if I thought I would be playing Avalon, I'd be no, no way, probably maybe hopefully in the future, but then they hit me up and I was oh, yeah, definitely, of course. So
nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Expect a lot of Damn Kids music in my set. A lot of unreleased stuff.